Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all.
Best freeze pop flavor.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
It's summertime, Mark. Summertime means frozen treats. A frozen treat you've had twice in your life?
I mean, probably more than that. Here is the thing. You pitched this hard today, and I was like, these are unmemorable to me.
This is the summertime.
I'm curious as to why. You grew up on these hard, huh?
Yeah, we had Flavor Ice. Otter Pops is one brand. Flavor Ice started in 1969 by a company called Gelsert. Then 1 year later, Maritime Products came out with Otter Pops. They are essentially the same thing with different names. In 1996, Gelsert, which owns Flavor Ice, acquired the rights to Otter Pop. So they are, for all intents and purposes, the same. The difference is that Otter Pop has way more hilarious names for their flavors. It's
not just names, my friend, full biographies of each of the 10 characters.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want grape when I can have Alexander the Grape?
Alexander the Grape. We're going to talk about what's in the original box, which is a shorter selection because they all have different, all sorts of crazy, the tropical stuff, which probably hit in the 90s, all these different flavors.
Well, we've got 10 Otter Pops to talk about.
We actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 to talk about that come in the original box.
Well, you never said original box because, my friend, I don't want to not give the details of, because again,
of course,
I don't know these characters.
But you went and read things and you want to share.
I learned all about the 10 characters of Otter Pop. There are 2 kids, 4 celebrities, 4 just regular professionals who are living their otter lives. One is an Otter Award-winning actor who runs Otter National Pictures. But I digress. Don't you cut me off and shorten me to these original 6 BS.
I'm just going to point out that the flavors are nearly identical for both.
Yeah.
Flavor Ice, which is what we had where I was, that was a little bit more common. And these, for anybody who doesn't know, these are all categories of freeze pop. So they're generics as well. But the original flavors, what's in an original box is generally the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're these little plastic tubes. That are filled with like a sugar liquid.
We used to pretend they were IVs when we were kids because they look like an IV bag.
Yeah. What you do and eating them.
Yeah.
You would snip off the top and then you would bite into the plastic.
Or if you didn't have scissors, you would try to bite off the top.
Yeah. You would try to bite off the top.
Never successful.
It sucked. You get like a corner off and then you're just drinking the juice and then you have a little like ice bar. That sucks. What you want is to get the top off clean and bite it in sections.
Find the uncle with the knife at the pool.
Yeah, you know that one uncle with a Bowie knife?
Yeah, there's always
your freeze pop
I grew up in Tennessee. There's always an uncle with a Bowie knife.
And they're allowed at the pool.
Yeah, it's weird in the South. It's very different there.
I'm going to start calling you the boy who lived. So, you chew up, you try to get it in pieces. It's also like the game of an Otter Pop.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll use the Otter Pop flavors because we've established more hilarious and character based.
Significantly better.
It's always a race against time because you eat these during the summer, and during the summer, the temperature will melt it. It will melt it is like the lowest. I didn't know there are different qualities of ice there. They make like the globes. They make the ones that go in drinks that never melt.
Yeah.
These turn into liquid so fast.
Instantly.
And then you drink sugar liquid.
Yeah, you have about 60 seconds from the time you walk outside, going to the pool, the campground, the park, the beach, wherever you're going for your outdoor summertime joy. You've got about 30 seconds to 1 minute of a popsicle.
Yep.
And then you've got slush for about another 2 minutes. Yep. And then you've got cold Kool-Aid for 10 seconds and warm Kool-Aid in a tube for the rest of the day.
And it's going to get all over you.
Yeah.
It's getting all over you.
Yeah.
Or into the sand and then attract the insect.
I've had these more times than a couple.
Then you told me.
Yeah. I guess they were never top of my list. I'm more of an ice cream guy.
Of course. Ice cream is way better.
Honestly, Otter Pops and these are the things that I would go to, and I would run happily over to the cooler, and I would open up the cooler and see that this is what was left. And I'd go, oh, that's my relationship to the ice pop.
So it's like the same feeling you had when we were at Comic-Con and you went to go change your clothes and then we couldn't get into the Hard Rock party, the EW party. Remember that?
I do remember us standing outside the EW party with the cast of
X-Men.
It was a whole bunch of X-Men that also couldn't get in.
Like X-Men Apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah. And the Entertainment Weekly party was, if they're not letting the X-Men in, those guys have mutant powers. They're definitely not letting a couple of podcasters in.
Would you say like the childhood equivalent of the amount of disappointment you experienced when you opened a cooler?
No. Not nearly. That was a disappointing thing because our buddies, of course, Acker was already inside. And once he found out that we couldn't get in, he started texting us pictures. You remember that? In the single most Acker move possible. That was real disappointment. This is more like the disappointment of going to the salad bar and the only thing left is actual salad. You're like, where's the Jell-O and the pudding and the nachos? And what is this BS? I have to just eat salad?
Oh man, when you go to a salad bar and you go to the soup area and like you're not looking and you hold the ladle and then all of a sudden the whole container spins really fast because it's empty. That's the same feeling of opening a cooler. You're at a pool party. You're so excited.
Yeah.
Pool parties are so great. You get to show off your Smurfs towel. You're going to hang out. Definitely Marco Polo's going to happen.
Oh, sure.
Like, all right.
Fish out of Splash.
Yeah. It's so hot. I'm so excited for a cool treat. The ice cream cake's not happening for a long time, if it even is.
Yeah.
So let me go into the cooler. There's probably a push pop in there. You know,
or an ice cream sandwich, or
shove ice cream in your face, and then you just see a bunch of rave sticks that you have to eat.
Yeah, these are glow sticks that have they look like melted glow sticks.
But I do love them.
Yeah. It's funny. The more I thought about them today, it is very much a childhood memory of the break it off in the middle and then try to mouth squeeze the whatever individual ice cube you got up the tube.
Yeah.
This was before I had Royal Match on my phone. So this is what I was doing. This is what it was.
Paying us.
No. This is what look. These were, I feel like we're choosing the best version of the last thing I pick.
I mean, it is. This is a summer staple, right? It really
is a summer staple.
Rears its head during the summer, and it is enjoyable. It's it's just so far down.
Look, bad pizza is still pizza.
Feud board, it's like the last item that shows up.
Yeah.
When that shows up, you're not winning that round because somebody's going to say the thing that 5 people said.
Instead of the thing that 2 people said. I do like on Family Feud that if only one person says a thing, they don't put it on the board. The bare minimum is 2. So if the question is summertime treats, and there only one person out there is going to be like, well, obviously handheld clam chowder on the beach. That's not going to, you have to have at least 2 people say it for it to make the big board.
New England.
Yeah.
I need a creamy cup of chowder for the beach.
Here's your cup. I said handheld. All right. Hold out your hands.
Where are the ham chunks? Do you think in a game of Family Feud, when there are 2 people who answer something, do you think they're the same 2 people who provide the least popular answer to every question?
Yeah, they are and they're sitting there knowing what they're doing. They're both the 5th dentist. They just like being contrarians.
Yeah, they're like, name something you always bring to a party. A diaper. What is one drink you can't live without? Clamato. They're just, but they're earnest. That's their life.
What's the best lollipop? This one that has the scorpion inside it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Why is this on my desk?
I don't know. Because it's better there than in your mouth.
That's true. You ever had one of those? You ever had one of those Dare foods? This is a straight up, it's one of these things I received as like a dare food. Yeah.
I've seen them before. I would not eat one because I would be afraid somehow it would come back to life and kill me.
Sure. It's a zombie. Yeah. There's a zombie in it. Look, if you can pull blood out of a mosquito in amber,
right,
you can pull vengeance out of a scorpion in a lollipop.
Although, hey, if it attacks you and then goes back into another lollipop, you can be cloned later on.
Ooh, that's true. Jurassic Mark is frightening in the dark. Ridiculous. All right. So what are these original 6?
Okay. The original 6 are Little Orphan Orange, Sir Isaac Lime, and we'll get into their CVs.
Mm-hmm.
Poncho Punch, Louis Blue Raspberry, Strawberry Short Kook, and Alexander the Grape. If you can't picture these people as Jay Ward cartoons, then you are missing out on the best that life has to offer.
I will say this also, Jay Ward cartoons, if you've seen the art for these assorted otters, Jay Ward cartoons is generous, my friend. Generous.
It's the Jay Ward that is one of the 2 people on the Family Feud. I'm also a cartoonist.
Mr. Ward, please drink your Clamato. All right. Actually, those are not the original 6, my friend.
Right.
Because one of those was a replacement. I believe Poncho Punch was a replacement for a now lost character whose bio I know very little about because he is the lost soldier in this particular war. And that is, and I don't know where the pun is in this. It's just, we're just going to create a character and change a word to a flavor. So tell me how someone in a meeting went, all right, we need one for lemon. Hey, I got it. Rip Van Lemon. It's just an old lemon sleeping. It's a yellow otter with a big bushy mustache sleeping. Though I do like the artwork for Rip Van Lemon because the rest of the otters look like they are like standing up shapes.
Yeah.
Rip Van Lemon is clearly laying down, which is how I see an otter pop when it's in that disappointment cooler.
They lifted him and moved him out like Willie Mays Hayes in Major League when he showed up to camp uninvited. He just wakes up, damn, I've been cut already? But he didn't get back in and race him. He just stayed asleep because.
Oh, yeah. Rip Van Lemon replaced by Poncho Punch.
Lemon has its own like frozen thing too. Like people get frozen lemonade. I could see.
Yeah.
Like essentially we're giving them less frozen lemonade and it's going to not taste like lemonade once it's warm in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what it's going to taste like when it's warm in 2 minutes? It's going to taste like kitchen cleaner.
That's because it is Ajax. That's why they had to take it out. It's poison.
Yeah. That's why he's asleep.
Scorpion cleaners.
Yeah, exactly. This is terrifying, man. Summer is full of traps.
Yeah. Blue Raspberry also feels like something that would have come along in the 90s because Blue Raspberry is a very 90s thing. Not that it didn't exist before, but that was like the era of weird colors. Like Blue Raspberry definitely had its heyday. The Heinz coming out with like the purple and orange ketchups.
Yeah. What? Come on, guys. Blue Raspberry, though, if it's going to be fake all the way around, I don't understand blue and orange ketchups because that's actual tomato sauce. If it's something that's entirely artificial, like an Otter Pop, you can make it whatever color you want. You can go wild and make the grape one yellow and the lemon one purple if you want.
That would not be good for my brain. I would not.
Can you imagine? Man, has anybody ever done that? Like made them all wild and wacky?
There's gotta be some like freezy mix-em-ups. You'll never know what you're eating. Also, you. Happy summer.
I want to get the oops, all Van Winkles. That's what I want.
It is just put a box of a Minute Maid, a carton of Minute Maid in the freezer, then you have it.
Yeah. Guys, this is real easy. All you have to do is these are just Kool-Aid that you put in the wrong section of your fridge.
All the lemon pops, all the Rip Van Lemons are in pods like the Matrix. They haven't been woken up yet. So they're just robot squids patrolling them everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, at least Rip Van Lemon made it into the public sphere.
Yes.
Cherry did not do so well. Do you know about Scarlet O'Cherry? Yeah.
Is she chasing Rhett Rhubarb?
Yes.
What happened to Scarlet? Do they have like here's how they died? What happened?
Here's what happened to Scarlet O'Cherry. This is bonkers. So in 1995, realizing that there was a real gap that they had by not having a red cherry flavor, the makers of Otter Pops, they decided they were going to, of their 10, they were going to add Scarlet O'Cherry. Scarlet O'Cherry was, I don't know much of her backstory. I'm guessing it's problematic by 2024 standards in some way. Like she may be Daughters of the Confederacy or something.
Yeah.
But, you want to keep keep your stable of 10 otters in this collection. So they have to get rid of one of the otters. And the otter they decided they were going to get rid of was their least popular otter flavor, Sir Isaac Lime, who is a legendary scientist and an outer space astronomer who was, very kind to his protege, Cosmic Coconut. Yeah. Who's a very curious little kid, Cosmic Coconut. They were going to get rid of Sir Isaac Lime. And no kidding, a 9-year-old kid in Costa Mesa started a one-man crusade. He got his parents. How great are these parents that they were like, okay. And they went to National Pax, which was the company that owned Otter Pops. Mm-hmm. He organized a petition to keep Sir Isaac Lime and never release Scarlet O'Cherry. The petition, by the way, got a bunch of people to sign, but the picket was just him and his cousins. They went and showed up at the National Pax headquarters. A Stanford professor chimed in with an amicus brief and called the killing of Sir Isaac Lime Ottercide. The CEO, he said, no, we're going to keep changing it. We want to have this cherry one. This kid stood out there in the rain until the CEO promised that they would not release Scarlet O'Cherry, that they would, in fact, keep their least popular flavor, Sir Isaac Lime. And this 4th grade kid winds up going on Leno to talk about the story.
Oh, so you were out there, you were protesting in front of the Otter Pops?
Yes, I did not want Scarlet O'Cherry.
Scarlet O'Cherry. We don't like that one.
Scarlet O'Cherry. Did you
I have no problem.
With your friends out front of there?
Mr. Leno, I don't think you're taking this seriously.
We'll be right back with Oingo Boingo.
Sir Isaac Lime is a treasure.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Remember when you didn't think we could get like a good episode out of this? I see you. You were into it like 2 minutes in.
Look, I knew you've never failed me, my brother. You've never failed me. I was skeptical until I found out that all of these flavors not only had flavor profiles, which boring. It's just the same artificial fruit flavors that we're all used to, but they also have lives. 2 of them are YouTubers. One of them is a first responder, but she's also a YouTuber. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, who's a first responder?
Oh, she might not be on your list of the big 6.
What's her name?
But I am, of course, talking about the infinitely qualified Major Mango.
Oh yeah, that's a tropical flavor. That's a tropical.
Major Mango is a first responder. Show her some respect. She is a search and rescue specialist, a paratrooper. She was born on the 4th of July. She has high-level government access, which gives her a fleet of awesome high-tech vehicles. And she is an esports champ with her own gaming channel.
All right. Can these characters, which are fictional, be one thing? Do they have to have 500?
Oh,
that's
I know.
A lot of things.
There are so many details about these. Yeah.
They really, this is a group of adults of an advanced age just going, what are the things kids do? Divide them up. Each character gets 5 to 6. And don't worry about, we're just going to do it like snake draft style. You're going to pick, this person's a search and rescue specialist, also an esports champion. What time do you have?
They have
to
a
be
wheel.
really good at Valorant. If you're busy trying to find missing person. You know what? You know the one person that Mango couldn't find?
Who's that?
Scarlet O'Cherry.
That's right. No one knows where Scarlet O'Cherry went.
That body's buried deep.
There's actually one person who knows where Scarlet O'Cherry went, and he's now, I'm going to guess, around 40 and, or late 30s and from Costa Mesa. So if we can find that kid, he knows where Scarlet O'Cherry is.
What do you think he does now?
I'm going to guess he's a bounty hunter.
And his name is Dog. And
that's
one time
right.
He wrestled me to the ground and tore muscles in my back.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I remember that story. Have you told that story about Dog the Bounty Hunter nearly breaking your back on this show?
Yeah. I think I have. If
okay,
not,
good. Just wanted to make sure.
For a live show. I won't burn it on the podcast if I haven't already told it.
So if you're listening now and you do see us at a live show, ask Hal about when Dog the Bounty Hunter almost broke his back.
Ken said it. Ken said it, told it already.
Oh, man. You know what? Tell it again at some point. All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back and we will really dive into these flavors. So Hal will dive into the flavors. I'll dive into the characters.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hey, do you have a favorite episode of Star Trek?
If you do, you should also have a favorite Star Trek podcast.
Greatest Trek is about all the new streaming Star Trek shows, and it's a great companion to The Greatest Generation, our hit show about back catalog Star Trek that you grew up with.
It's a comedy podcast by two folks who used to be video producers, so it's a serious mix of comedy and insight that fits right into the Maximum Fun network of shows.
And Greatest Trek is one of the most popular Star Trek podcasts in the world.
So if you're following Lower Decks, Prodigy, or Strange New Worlds, come hang out with us every Friday as we roast and review our favorite Star Trek shows.
It's on MaximumFun.org, YouTube, or your podcatching app.
From the twisted minds that brought you the Adventure Zone, Balance and Amnesty and Graduation and Ethersea and Steeplechase and Ultraspace and all the other ones, the McElroy brothers and Dad are proud to reveal a bold vision for the future of actual play podcasting. It's called the Adventure Zone versus Dracula.
Yeah, we're gonna kill Dracula's ass. We're gonna attempt. We haven't recorded all of it yet. We will attempt to kill Dracula's ass. The Adventure Zone versus Dracula.
Yes, a season I will be running using the D&D 5th edition rule set, and there's 2 episodes out for you to listen to right now. We hope you will join us. Same bat time, same bat channel for more fun.
I see what you did there.
All right, so we've got these big 6. Tell me your experience with each of these flavors, and I will tell you the superlative resume of the otter behind that flavor.
Well, we talked about Sir Isaac Lime, the scientist, and a flavor that kids...
Oh, also, he's British.
Of course. But, sir, obviously OBE. Or an actual member of the Royal Family. We don't know. We don't know.
Knows? He could be a knight.
Yeah. But Sir Isaac Lime, I don't think kids are ready for lime flavor. Like, I think you're expecting a little more. It is one of the best flavors. So refreshing. Great for the summertime.
I do like lime in key lime pie form and in like margaritas and other forms of lime that lime takes in the summertime. I think lime is as summery as a flavor can get.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do you remember Froze Fruit?
Is that a person? Was he the assistant to Sir Isaac Lime before that accident?
Yeah.
Like his name used to be Ned, but now it's Froze Fruit and he's out for vengeance.
He was a whistleblower.
Oh, yeah. He's living at the Sheremetyevo airport then now.
Froze Fruit is a popsicle brand, but instead of it being juice, it's just blended fruit. So it's like natural and good for you. And like what my mother enjoyed because she didn't know anything about desserts. Yeah. And lime feels like something that you would get like pulped up and made into a healthy popsicle. So I can see why they would go, let's get rid of it. And cherry also seems like a slam dunk flavor to have in the bomb pop.
I can't believe they don't have cherry.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you get Hera? How does Hera become cherry? Like, it was the mid-90s. You couldn't make cherry Seinfeld.
Do you really want to know the weird compound V that they're pumping into these people's blood to turn them into otters that then turn into freeze pops? Do you really want to know about that science?
No, I don't want to dig in.
You will see so many laser dots appear on you. Yeah.
So you think Sir Isaac Lime is just studying outer space with his friend Cosmic Coconut, but no, he's doing serious hardcore government work.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about Sir Isaac.
He's the marathon man of the Otter Pops.
Sir Isaac Lime, who is a flavor of science.
Sure.
And a flavor of refreshment is not going to win.
No.
We can eliminate Sir Isaac Lime. Let's talk to me about Pancho Punch.
Okay, let's talk about Pancho Punch. As a person, I love Pancho Punch. First of all, he's bilingual, speaks English and Spanish fluently. He is a traveling acoustic music scholar, which kind of sounds like he's a trust fund hippie.
Yeah, it does not work.
Yeah.
Really. Academic, but not an academic. Like we have academics who listen to us who are putting in work. Like this is an academic where somebody paid for Pancho to take a bunch of classes
and Pancho is just on his family dime. I'm imagining the rest of the Punch family is pretty rich.
Hawaiian?
Hawaiian's in there. Oh, sure. Uncle Hawaiian, he probably is where Pancho gets all of his money. But Pancho, do you know what his goal is admirable. Pancho Punch's goal is to study. Now that I'm reading this, it really is very much like he is a trust fund kid. Okay. I'll read it directly. As Pancho dives into every culture on earth, he explores their customs, their dances, and their traditional wear, aka how they fiesta. Why do I have a feeling he's in South America on ayahuasca right now?
Partying. Looking to party anyway. Yeah. He's the Anthony Bourdain of partying.
Exactly. Yeah. How many times has he been to Ibiza? And he pronounces the TH.
Oh, for sure. But with in a very snooty way. I think Pancho Punch, and there's nothing wrong. Like, however you come into wealth is how you come into wealth, as long as it's not ill-gotten.
No.
There's no judgment there. It's sort of what you do with your platform, and it feels like he is using academia as a smokescreen to just go party.
I think he is. I think he might be.
For it.
No, I won't either. It's not Pancho Punch.
Also, fruit punch is such a weird flavor. It's basically like, it's always got too much of something in it.
Yeah.
It feels like
which is usually pineapple. Yeah.
It's pineapple's trying to sneak in there and pretend like it's fruit punch, and I don't buy it.
Yeah. It just brings its buddies. It brings a couple of its buddies, like a little bit of orange and a little bit of lime show up. But really it's pineapple just being,
Now, here's a question. Louis Blue Raspberry.
Oh, yeah.
Is Louis Blue Raspberry a musician? I feel like Louis Blue Raspberry is a musician.
No, Louis Blue Raspberry is he's an arts and crafts YouTuber. That is Louis Blue Raspberry. The thing about Louis Blue Raspberry, this also might be a little much. The only thing Louis Blue likes more than art and he's done some great art, by the way, invented glow in the dark bikes. It does a lot of cool stuff. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
He doesn't let a day go by without giving Strawberry Shortcake a flower. This feels like, I hope that they have some sort of relationship where she feels as comfortable getting a flower as he feels giving it every day.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important.
She does invite him over to her parties, though, because apparently Louis Blue Raspberry, by the way, Louis Blue Raspberry is profoundly French. And he doesn't even mention this. Maybe it's because he's a little shy about it. He's very much into art. But Strawberry Shortcake invites him over because he is a great chef. He's not a chef by trade, but he is, as many of them are, multi-hyphenates.
Sure.
Yeah, Louis Blue Raspberry is a chef.
So, okay. We know arts and crafts YouTuber.
Yeah.
Potentially a stalker. Or has some, like, sort of...
If not a stalker, at least he's a bit much.
Yeah, it's got that sort of like, every breath you take.
Yeah.
Every step you make, I'll be watching you. That kind of...
Look, he's less French in that regard than Pepe Le Pew is.
Yes, but also gets invited to the parties because Louis Blue Raspberry can cook.
Yeah.
This character feels like the creepiest of all the characters so far.
Yeah, pretty creepy.
Even than that kid who murdered Scarlett O'Cherry.
Yeah. Yeah. He basically miscavige Scientology'd Scarlett O'Cherry. Where's Scarlett?
The C stands for cherry. We didn't know all this time. Oh no. Yeah, it's not Louis Blue Raspberry.
No, it's not Louis Blue Raspberry.
That leaves 3. These are the 3 left.
Of the originals.
There's a whole cast of characters here, and we can do an in memoriam for them at the end. Where you just say their name and like a factoid about them.
Pretty sure we already did an in memoriam for Rip Van Lemon and Scarlett O'Cherry.
True. Already been done. Yeah. So we're left right now in that original flavors box with Little Orphan Orange. We have Strawberry Shortcake and Alexander the Grape. I would like to talk about, since we already talked about potentially her stalker, but maybe they have a good relationship. We're going to find out now. I think we should talk about Strawberry Shortcake.
Let's talk about Strawberry Shortcake. Strawberry Shortcake is an Otter Award-winning actress.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, she used to wait tables. She had low self-esteem because she was so short. That's why you always see her standing on a block. She's standing on an apple box in her artwork on the Otter Pop. Yeah, she's now a movie mogul. She runs Otter National Pictures. She focuses all of her attention on working with strong female writers and directors.
Right.
Giving them a spotlight to shine.
Yep.
The thing is, what Strawberry Shortcake does outside of her acting work and her media mogul work, first of all, she supports Little Orphan Orange's animal rescue work. We'll get to her. She takes yoga. She loves throwing dinner parties where Louis Blue does the cooking.
Right.
But yeah, so she is one who has taken her work seriously, but not too seriously that it overruns her life, you know. And she's doing okay. She's doing okay for herself. And she spreads it around, you know?
Okay. So in the big chill of these Freeze Pop flavors, she is the Tom Berenger. She's the star.
Yeah,
the
she's
Hollywood
the star.
Who's now a mogul, runs Otter National Pictures. We don't know what kind of movies those are, but we know that she is empowering female filmmakers and female voices, which is great. And supports Little Orphan Orange, who I assume is also female.
Yes, Little Orphan Orange is also
female business. So so far I should point out we have 2 women to 4 male characters. We may have, I hope we have a non-binary character here. Maybe
I don't think we have any non-binary characters in here because I do see in all of the biographies, it is all either he or she, him and her.
We got a lot
maybe one of these days.
That's like the next step, because it feels like they've modernized. There's no way in 1971 there was a YouTube influencer.
Yeah, that's true.
Or sadly, I don't say this as a joke, I say this honestly, the chances of there being a female movie mogul who was elevating female voices in 1969 or 1970 is sadly very slim. So it's nice to see. Here's what I like about this. Number one, no child is going to read these boxes or know these characters. But if they did, on the chances they did, they would understand representation. They would understand the idea of alternate forms of career. Or at least they understand that you can have a career as a YouTuber. You can have a career. You can be both a member of the shadow government and also a really good gamer who is competitive in that field. So really you can be these are like the Barbie of food color. You can be anything.
You can be a Southeast Asian pro beach volleyball champ who is, while competitive, still conscientious and cleans up the beach when she's not playing volleyball, like Anita Fruit Punch.
That's the name.
Whose catchphrase is, Anita Fruit Punch and I need it now. Some of them have catchphrases. Do you know what Pancho Punch's catchphrase is? Hola, amigo.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Trust fund kid. Out of here, trust fund baby.
Thanks to my learning, Spanish on Babbel, I'm slowly, there's a lot of hola, but there's never hola, amigo. It's like, hola, soy Claudia.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Mucho
hola.
Gusto.
There's no como estás.
No.
There's a lot of como estás. There's no como soy or estoy. I screwed that up. Dang it. Here's another great thing that I found out about Strawberry Shortcake. Remember earlier when we were talking about the fact that cherry is an iconic and beloved flavor that inexplicably is not one of the 10 represented in here, even though they have 2 different versions of punch.
Right.
We'll get to DJ Tropicool soon. Yeah.
In the in memoriam section.
There was a lawsuit. I can't find out much about it, but there was a lawsuit against this company.
Stanford guy is back.
This Stanford guy is back. It was another lawsuit against this company because somebody sued them because they were like, come on, man, Strawberry Shortcake is cherry flavored.
They did seem cherry. I'm shocked that both of these have strawberry because the flavor the red is strawberry. I always thought red was cherry. No. That is like to me, like red is cherry, pink is strawberry traditionally in your fruit flavors. And I would rather have a cherry.
That's how it works.
I don't want a strawberry popsicle.
Well, guess what? You might have been having a cherry popsicle all this time. Meanwhile, Scarlett O'Cherry is in a ditch somewhere, thanks to this kid from Costa Mesa and the Stanford professor who is overly litigious.
Is it Professor Plum? Is that who it is?
She was one of my students. I think she's a finalist.
So far, Strawberry Shortcake is my favorite character. I don't like strawberry popsicles. I think they're dumb.
But she might be cherry. We don't know. She might be cherry flavor.
Not cherry. Strawberry's in her name and cherry's long dead. She's trying to slide. You know what? Maybe she's such a good actor.
Yeah.
That you believe she's cherry, but it's not true. That's an illusion. Don't buy into the illusion.
Yeah.
I don't like being deceived.
You know who's buying into the illusion from all of her rom-com work?
Who?
I'm pretty sure you know who it is. Yeah.
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 Tell me about Little Orphan Orange.
Let's talk about Little Orphan Orange.
I love orange is one of the best flavors.
Oh, I think orange may have won did orange win won our best color for food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about her. Little Orphan Orange. She's a curious kid. She's an animal lover.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear about her parents.
What?
Well, I mean, it's there in the title. She's Little Orphan Orange.
Right. Would you think she got Batman?
She may have gotten Batman, but instead of becoming a caped crusader fighting for justice in the night, she became a fighter for animals of all kinds. She's described as, and I'm curious what this means, having a chalky sounding voice. So I don't know what a chalky sounding voice is. She has a little dog named Melancholy. Come on. How can you not love Melancholy? Like this, she's an orphan. She named her dog Melancholy, but she likes to paint her dog's toenails pink. So
it's me, Little Orphan Orange, and my chalky voice.
Hi, I'm Melancholy.
This is my sad dog.
This food is fueling none but my ennui.
When I was a little kid, Joe Chill let my parents melt into liquid in an alley after a show we saw at a theater.
Oh, it's so sad. So sad.
It's such a good flavor, though.
I'm still a child.
How is she still a child? She was born in the 70s. She's born in 71. She's timeless.
Sir Isaac Lime's been using weird space potions on me.
So here's a great thing that she also has going.
Mark, help.
Strawberry Shortcake is her mentor. She's a sad orphan with a dog named Melancholy who has a movie star for a mentor.
Did you just figure out the same thing I figured out?
What did you figure out?
Do you know the stories of the kids that grow up with like their grandparents and then, or they think that like someone's their sister and it turns out the sister is their parent? I think I think we've located maybe both of Little Orphan Orange's parents. One of them runs a show business empire. The other one likes flowers and cooking.
What? Wait, no. If anything, that kid is going to be Alexander the Grape because that's blue and red mixing.
You would think.
She has got to be the offspring of Strawberry Shortcake and the long gone, Rip Van Lemon.
You don't know how the genetics of the Otter Pop characters work.
I know how color theory works. You know what? You're right. I don't know what dominant and recessive genes exist in the artificial flavor world.
Right.
Here are she famously asks a lot of questions as well.
Oh boy.
Here are some of her questions. Does the tooth fairy visit a shark 1,000 times? How do you give a fish a bath? Do fancy cats use glitter boxes? I feel like we have to eliminate her just for that one.
Oh man, the flavor's so good though.
I know.
Does the flavor overcome how bad?
We'll leave her on there. We'll leave her on there right now. It's only her and her mentor / potential mom are the two.
Yeah.
Up there near the top right now.
I have a feeling the person who conquered most of the globe is also going to conquer this because grape freeze pops, otter pops,
so good
flavor ice are so good. They're so good. They're like criminally good. But now why should I hate Alexander the Grape?
You should not hate Alexander the Grape. You should love Alexander the Grape.
Okay.
Despite the fact that here's the thing. All of these otters are living in 2024. Obviously, there are DJs and YouTubers and, for now, scientists.
Right.
But Alexander the Grape, so you would look at him and you would see a toga and a laurel on his head, right? So you think, oh, he's an ancient emperor. Turns out he is also living in 2024. He wears the toga because it's comfy. He wears a laurel wreath on his head because he won it in a trivia game where he knew that fireworks began as a cooking accident in ancient China. What Alexander the Grape is, in fact, is a jobless, insufferable history buff and cool uncle to all the kid otters. He is hands down my favorite and the one I can relate to the most because everyone else has been given a job. He was not. So Sir Isaac Lime he is a professor, right? He is a scientist. Is Alexander the Grape a historian? No, Alexander the Grape is, quote, a history buff and wannabe time traveler and a whimsical otter, spelled O-D-D-E-R. And in italics, and he shares it all, which means he's also got some Cliff Clavin in him.
Oh, I mean,
this guy is fantastic. He's an amazing storyteller whom the other otters love to bits, especially Little Orphan Orange, Cosmic Coconut, and DJ Tropicool, because the younger generation, to them, he is the cool uncle with the Bowie knife at the pool.
Sure. Oh, yeah, he's the cool uncle with the Bowie knife at the pool.
Yeah.
All right. Clearly he's going to win.
Yeah.
He needs
I think he does need this. Win. He needs as a flavor, Grape is fantastic. As a character, he could really use the W. You know who has a crush on Alexander the Grape? Technically, all we know is that she adores his voluminous tales of the Ottoman Empire, but that could potentially also mean a crush is brewing between Alexander the Grape, the jobless cool uncle history buff, and none other than Major Mango, the high-ranking government official overachiever e-gamer who is a first responder search and rescue paratrooper.
Oh.
I'm going to go out and say it. Even though Alexander the Great might be the winner here, she's too good for him.
Well, you know what she searched and found?
What did she search and find?
Her soulmate.
That's true.
The heart wants what it wants. The heart. You don't marry a job. You marry a person. Or
you know what?
You're
right. You're right. That's true. Now, and he is much beloved.
Before we officially crown our winner.
Yeah.
Do we want to do an in memoriam of the flavors that we have not mentioned yet? And you want to tell us give us a quick dossier on them?
Oh, of course. I thought you'd never ask. Did you think Little Orphan Orange was the only kid on this crew? Oh no, my friend. There is Cosmic Coconut. I call her Cosmic Coconut because that's how you should probably spell and pronounce this. So I'm fixing it for them. She is an optimistic junior astronaut. The nice thing about her that I love is she is a super fan. They created like a Comic-Con fan character. She loves, Sir Isaac Lime. Sir Isaac Lime loves her back. He thinks of her as his protege. She's also a big fan of sci-fi, loves all of Strawberry Shortcake's movies and of DJ Tropicool's music. She's great. She's a lot of fun. She's too young for this. She's not going to win. Maybe when she's a little older. We of course have the aforementioned and many times over mentioned DJ Tropicool, who I hate.
Oh, why?
Here's why I hate DJ Tropicool. DJ Tropicool is a DJ. He's a musician. He's got the #1 track right now. But do you know how he makes his music? He is a live on stage AI coder. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Can you believe that? Not a fan of DJ Tropicool.
Hey, DJ Tropicool, guess what? There's room next to Scarlet O'Cherry, if you know what I mean. Ditch the AI. It's not going to help you here.
We got a guy in Costa Mesa we're going to go talk to.
Of course, a bunch of corporate people came up with it. And AI will fix everything. No.
All right. Well, we've also got Anita Fruit Punch. I've mentioned before. She was the pro beach volleyball player from a mangrove forest in Southeast Asia. conscientious and competitive. Great. She's Punch, so we don't know between Anita Fruit Punch, Poncho Punch, and DJ Tropicool, who was obviously eliminated. We just don't know enough about those flavors going in.
All Punch.
And I think everyone else we've talked about, those were the final four, where Anita, DJ, Cosmic, and Major Mango was the only other one on that list. But it sounds like it's a battle between Alexander the Grape and Little Orphan Orange and Strawberry Shortcake. So we have, in one sense, we have strawberry versus orange versus grape. In another sense, we have your coolest uncle, the sweetest animal lover kid, and a movie star, movie mogul who is uplifting women.
All great characters.
Yeah.
I think the tiebreaker, because they're all very interesting. They're all compelling characters for different reasons.
Yeah.
I think the tiebreaker here is what is the actual best flavor. Since character-wise, they're all good. And grape is the best flavor. It's barely close with orange. It's way better than strawberry. Do you agree?
And it's also, of all of them, I do love grape flavor, because grape flavor is one of those flavors that does not taste like grapes, but it tastes like grape flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me grape Jolly Rancher, on it.
Yeah.
Grape Jelly Bean, on it. Give me grape Chuckle, and I don't like Chuckles. Too soft. Not interested.
Yeah. I would like a Guffaw.
A grape Sour Patch Kid around Halloween?
I didn't know
Get
they
out
made
of
those.
town with that. Now, people of the world, I don't think I have the heart to break this. I know Mark doesn't, and I don't know if any of you do, but somebody's got to tell Alexander the Grape that even though he is the best freeze pop flavor, that there's no cash prize. There's no like headwear to help warm the top of his head. No additional clothing. There is no real prize in being the best freeze pop flavor other than the knowledge that you did it. And you can use that to inspire the next generation of flavors who all look up to you to continue to keep your feet on the ground, but keep reaching for those stars, because at some point, I don't know if you're going to get buried next to that kid could come back for you.
Yeah.
And in that case, another flavor will rise. But until then, Alexander the Grape and / Grape is the best freeze pop flavor asked and answered.
I think Major Mango's onto something here.
Yeah.
And I wish you both the best. You know what? Let her be the breadwinner, man. We're not letting her be the breadwinner. Yeah.
You're just partial to trackers.
I am partial to trackers.
That's right.
Ridiculous. Well, this topic is closed, obviously, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
you can find us on all the social media at We Got This Podcast, except for Instagram, where we are We Got This Show. We sure would love to have you join us there. And of course, come to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/We Got This Podcast, to talk about your Otter Pop memories or your flavor ice memories and which flavor you think is best now that you've learned the actual best one is grape. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, who had never heard of Otter Pop before I said it like an hour ago. You can support him at patreon.com/Ken Plume, or you can just mail Otter Pops directly to him. Maybe he'll add them to his wish list. You can find a link to that in the Facebook group. Thank you to researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, with whom Hal and I would love to gather every day and enjoy dinner created by Louis Blue Raspberry as he hands each one of us a flower. I want to eat with all of these people, all of these otters, and all of the people of the world. You are, for this episode, the honorary otters of the world. So hold hands so you don't float away. Let's all grab hands across this river. Let's not float away. And to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows supported
directly
by you.